Two weight classes, human smashing, fight ready assassin. Gastelum passing him, double leg him and tapping him. Who was the first to bring the smoke straight to Adesanya? This 5'9" middleweight, call me the Brown Bomber.
What's up, guys? This is the UFC 291 breakdown by yours truly. It's going down this Saturday, July 29th. I'm going to be heading out there, so catch me out on the sidelines. But this is the UFC 291 breakdown. The first fight is Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. I think this is going to be a fun fight. You know, Chiesa always brings it. He's an exciting fighter, a very complete fighter, whereas Holland also a very complete fighter, but he tends to lean towards just striking a lot, right? So he always brings on a show. He's always very exciting to listen to, and so is Chiesa. Chiesa always brings a good fight. You know, he tends to lean more towards the grappling, and he's very good at it. He's pretty much taking down almost every UFC opponent that he's ever had. And I think based on the past, I think Chiesa can take Kevin Holland down, maybe control him the entire fight, maybe get a submission. But I think that's how the fight will go. I think Chiesa will come out on top of it. Although I expect some sneaky things from Big Mouth, so I'm excited to see that fight. The next fight, I'm also very intrigued by Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. You know, unfortunately, Tony has lost the last 5 of his fights. He's fought the very, very best of the best, and the results isn't what he's always wanted, but he's always been a formidable contender in the lightweight division, right? And so he's always been a fan favorite. People love to watch him. You know, him and I are 10th Planet black belts, so I've gotten to train with him a little bit, and we've been out in Big Bear together, and so I know the level that he brings, and he's just a nut when it comes to training. So I'm excited to see him perform again, and he's got a good, you know, very good opponent this time. It's not a top 5 guy, but Bobby Green on any given night, I think, can beat anybody in the world. He's lost a few, he's won a few. He hasn't had the best record, but he always is exciting to watch, and I'm excited to watch him myself. He's got a very clean boxing style. So if he can implement that Chuck Liddell sprawl and brawl style, I think he can do a lot of good stuff. You know, I think he's got the better crisper boxing, whereas Tony is the more complete fighter. You know, he's got the stand-up, he's got the grappling. So I don't know where he'll want to take the fight, but just expect a banger. So I'm excited about this one. And now we move on to another very exciting fight that I'm looking forward to. Is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's fighting Michael Pereira. I mean, this is a clash of, I don't know, wild cards right here, because you don't know what either of them can do. You know, Stephen Thompson, well, actually, we know what Stephen Thompson can do. He brings a very beautiful pure karate style to MMA, which we see very little of, and it's very beautiful to watch. And he's always been a top contender in the welterweight division, always very exciting to watch, and always brings it, right? So he's fighting Michael Pereira, who's another, you know, wild, very elusive, very crazy style that he's got. He does backflips, he does front flips, he does 360s off the cage. I don't know, you know, but he's very elusive. He's got this really crazy, wild style, and it'll be a very cool clash of styles against Wonderboy. You know, we're going to see that karate versus the very weird, crazy, elusive style that Michael Pereira brings to the table, and I'm very much looking forward to that as well, because it's just going to be fun to watch. We'll see which style is implemented better. And then we move on to one of the fights that I'm most intrigued by, is the light heavyweight fight with Alex Pereira and John Blachowicz. Alex Pereira is moving up a weight class after the defeat to Adesanya. You know, he's very exciting, very good technical striker, world-class striker, world champion in the UFC. But he's fighting another former UFC champion in John Blachowicz. John Blachowicz actually fought Adesanya, beat Adesanya as well, with a very good complete game. You know, he used kicks, he used punches to set up his takedowns, used the takedowns to set up punches and kicks, and just kind of dominated Adesanya kind of everywhere. You know, he was very technical, and it was very beautiful to watch and very dominant. And so if John can implement that style against Pereira, I think it'll be a good night for John Blachowicz. But if Pereira can defend those takedowns, come back with his own offense, and use that left hook Larry that he has, I mean, he's got an atomic bomb in that left hand, and if he can land it, man, anybody in the world is going night night. Right, so that's a very intriguing fight, especially the circumstances. You know, Alex is moving up. He's fighting the #1 light heavyweight contender in the world. So this is a very much title implications in this light heavyweight bout. So exciting to see that one. And then we move on to the main event. The main event. The reason why I'll be down in Salt Lake City. The reason why I'm packing my bags and heading out for the weekend. Probably going to lose my voice again, screaming my lungs out. But I'm excited. It's the fight that I'm most excited to watch. Two of my favorite fighters to watch in the entire roster are fighting. Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje. They've already fought before, and it was a hell of a fight. Both guys came out banging and swinging and hurt each other in multiple occasions, but it was Dustin Poirier that was able to come out on top at the end, just with his will, his grit, his style, and his techniques, right? He's got a very beautiful, pure boxing style that he has, and he stays long with his punches, right? So if we can see a Gaethje that is smart, calculated, and stays long with his punches, because I believe that's after he lost to Dustin, that's when Justin went on his title run, right? All the way up to that interim title championship. I think that's when he made all these little changes, because he went into that first fight with, seeing red, just went guns a-blazing. But I feel like after that fight, he learned how to be more calculated, smarter with his punches, and so he was able to go on that title run, right? So if he can do that and come in with straight punches, long punches, calculated game plan, smart game plan, not go wild in the middle of the fight, which I know very well both of these guys can do. Both of the guys can and will make this a dog fight if they need to. And I think the entire world is looking forward to this fight. I'm going down to Salt Lake City this weekend to watch it. I'm excited about it. You should be excited about it. I don't know who's coming out on top of it. I think Gaethje wants that win back, right? He's so competitive by nature. I think he wants that win back. And this is for the BMF title, which kind of adds a little bit more spice to it, right? So, I feel like they're both really motivated to win this title. Although it's not a real title, it's still a very cool thing to fight for the BMF title. I don't know who's going to present it this time. I know it was The Rock last time. Who knows who it'll be this time? But hopefully, I know Triple C said Mike Tyson should present. I kind of agree. Uncle Mike should be out there presenting the BMF award. He is one of the most BMFs that I've ever encountered in the world, that I've ever seen, that I grew up watching, so it only makes sense. But anyways, guys, that is my UFC 291 breakdown. Last but certainly not least, please go ahead and follow Jimmy Bars. I am on my descent to 170, and they are definitely helping me keep my hand out of the cookie jar and into the Jimmy Bar jar. So go ahead and get your Jimmy on. Available in some Costco locations across the country, but available in all locations, in all Walmart locations across the country. So go ahead and get your Jimmy on. Grab some Jimmy Bars. They're really good. And support the people that support us. So please get your Jimmy on. Hey.